The creek running through LaFollette, Tennessee, was once a cesspool. Parts of this story could turn your stomach, but anyone that remembers that time in LaFollette knows exactly what I'm talking about. I am talking about the creek that runs through LaFollette, which is now, from my viewpoint, pristine. The next time you are in downtown LaFollette, especially if you are in the parking lot where they have the flea market, go up and over the bank and look at the creek. You will see clear, clean water and discover what some have forgotten or never knew about. When I moved to LaFollette during the Second World War, we lived in the house at the bottom of the circle in Linden Park. The house, I estimate, was no more than 50 yards from the creek. Being a young tow-headed boy, the terrible smell coming from the creek did not perk my interest or cause me any concerns. We had moved from near a creek in Anthrace, Tennessee, but I couldn't remember that creek smelling bad. My first visit to this new creek, not alone because my dad had given me orders not to do so, was with Dad. The creek smelled like a cesspool, and feces was floating down in bunches. On the opposite side of the creek, some men and boys were snagging suckers. I don't know if they will spawn in the creek today, but in those days people would stand on the creek bank with several tri-hooks strung down a line, snagging suckers by the hundreds. You would see men walking down the street of LaFollette with strings of fish, and sometimes wash tubs full of suckers. I am sure most of them were cleaned and eaten. My dad would shake his head in disbelief while telling me to never eat fish out of the creek. The closer you came to downtown LaFollette, the more putrid the creek became. I am only telling this story from memory, and I don't know when the dumping of sewage into the creek stopped. Anyway, we now have a natural resource coming through LaFollette to be proud of. The city has built a new walking trail down by the creek, and if you haven't been to it yet, you should make plans to visit this walkway.